Alright, the Q&A asking is over, and it's time to answer your questions. The first bunch of questions is from MegaRandomGuy17. Question 1. Have you ever done a Nuzlocke? No, I haven't done a Nuzlocke. Probably because I'm kind of a coward when it comes to them. Because if a Pokemon loses, you can't use it anymore in Nuzlocks. And I don't want to put so much effort into giving a Pokemon experience, only to be able to no longer use it. At least in Fire Emblem, you can restart the chapter. And yes, I kind of am a coward at that. Question number 2. What Pokemon do you want to see gain an evolution? Oh, there are tons of Pokemon I would want to see evolve, like Basculin. They should evolve it into a cool Water Steel Swordfish Pokemon. Granted, it'll have the same typing as Empoleon, but hey, at least it'll be useful. I also think Farfetch should get a much more powerful evolution and become a fighting flying type. Jynx should also get an evolution so it fits in with the human-shaped trio, which is my own personal fan group of Pokemon, which consists of Jynx, Electabuzz, and Magmar. Question 3. Who's your favorite gym leader? To be honest, I'm having a hard time deciding, but if I had to go with any, I better warn you that this might spoil the number 1 spot. It would probably have to be Misty. Who is my most underrated Pokemon? Again, it'll contain spoilers from a future countdown. It's Stunfisk. I mean, people keep saying it's stupid, but I find it kind of funny, plus it's a very unique Pokemon. Question 5. Favorite Pokemon type? Like I said, it may contain spoilers from a future countdown. I'll say it anyways. I'm probably going to cause a lot of controversy for saying this, but Ice is my favorite Pokemon type. Yes, I have the guts to admit it. Now here's a question from Let's Play Nintendo 101. Who was my inspiration for making top 10s? Well, believe it or not, even though Peanut3423 got me into making them, he's not my only main inspiration. There was also a user named, well, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll put a subtitle telling you what his name is. His top 10 hardest bosses list was the first one I ever saw. It was really good, but there were some fatal flaws. Then I saw Peanut3423's easiest bosses list in the related video section, specifically the original version, and I watched it. In his related videos, I saw top 10 hardest Mario bosses made by him too, and watched it, and the same thing happened with the Kirby bosses. After seeing those 4 videos, I decided to make my own top list sometime. Now here are some questions from SplashFireOX. Do you use a built-in mic or do you use your own? I use both. I have 2 computers. One is my own personal computer and the other is used for the family computer. I don't have Skype on the family computer, but it's easier to edit on my family computer. I use a mic for recording videos, and I have a built-in mic for Skype. What's the most forgettable Pokemon in my opinion? That one would have to be Tropius. I like it, but it's just that I always forget about it for some reason. Probably because you encounter it rarely in the wild. I mean, to me, it's probably one of the only forgettable things in the whole generation. Question number 3. Who do I want to see in the next Smash Bros. Game? I would like to see Rundus, Blanky Kong, Yarn Kirby, and other characters. I would also like to see Sora from Kingdom Hearts in the next Smash Bros. But unfortunately, it looks like we'll never get him in Smash Bros. Gosh, why do Nintendo and Square Enix hate each other so much? How do I get so much views and how can I get a good amount of views? Well, I've been making countdowns for almost 3 years, including my original Meta527 account. So, I earn subscribers over time. And when Animal Guy 001 and Iggy check out some of my videos, their subscribers must have seen their recent activity when they did that, and eventually some of their subscribers watched my videos too, then I gained subscribers faster. I'm not exactly the most popular countdown maker around, but I never thought that I would get this far. Can you please do more rants? Actually, I don't know if I should keep making video game rants or not. I was inspired by Game Dude to make them. Yes, I admit it, even though it was kind of obvious. And I lost some of my respect for him over time when he was constantly revising his videos and making them get annoying. But I still liked his videos, at least until his Donald Duck Going Quack review, where he plagiarized the AVGN's Bugs Bunny birthday blowout, where he even invited someone in a Donald costume to come to his house, and even resorted to having him say, "What's up, Doc?" Which Donald doesn't even say that, Bugs Bunny does, which further proves how stupid Game Dude is. And so I decided, what's the point of continuing to make rants if I lost respect for the one who inspired me to? So unless someone gives me a good reason to make more rants, I won't do them again. Even if I do, I won't try to be like Game Dude in them. 6. Do you watch The Walking Dead? Well, no, but I think I was going to watch it sometime. Question 7. Do I watch South Park? Sorry, but no. And here are 5 questions from 0721. My favorite game. Some of you who already know this, and if you didn't, then get ready for spoilers. Super Mario Galaxy. My favorite Zelda weapon? It would have to be the hookshot. And I know what you guys are thinking right now. Oh, you're only saying that the hookshot's your favorite weapon for the purpose of agreeing with the majority. Shut up. This is my opinion. It just happens to be a coincidence. Ever heard of it? What's my favorite 2D Zelda dungeon? I'd have to say in Link to the Past. I can't remember which one. I think it was the Thieves' Town. Whichever one has that catwalk. What's my favorite 3D Zelda dungeon? It was hard to decide, but it would probably have to be the Stone Tower Temple. Favorite final boss in the Zelda series? It would have to be Ganondorf from Twilight Princess. All 4 of his forms. Usminmanin asked me, why am I so bad A-word as Meta Knight? Well, I guess you can say that. I personally don't think I am, but if you say so. And the answer, I don't really know. Well, here are some questions from DynaKirby63. What do I think of Claude Frollo? I think he's pretty awesome. Which Fire Emblem villain do I like more, Lion or Nergal? I'm not really sure because I don't know much of either of them, since I haven't beaten either game because of how hard they are, but I know just a little bit more about Nergal, so I'd probably have to say Nergal. Most overrated video game character? Hands down, Girahim. Most underrated video game character? Sonic. I mean, why do people hate him so much? Oh no, he has green eyes, he's ruined! Shut up, stupid classic Genesis fanboys! And speaking of fanboys, what's the worst type of fanboy? It's actually a tie between the classic Sonic fanboys and Girahim's fanboys. They just won't shut up! Another question is, I know my commentary on Peanut 3423 is terrible, and I know all the flaws already, but if I give you a chance to remake the first part of your commentary on me, would you consider doing it? No. You're still my friend, but if you want me to remake my commentary and replace my rude criticism when I was only trying to entertain the audience, and change that with a completely monotone voice like Shadowstar, people will fall asleep during the first 3 seconds of the commentary. Besides, your video is over a year old. People will call me out for commentating a year-old video. The Black Yoshi 22 asked me 3 questions, but 2 of them are personal, so I'll only answer this one. How much A-word do you think Mega Man gets? Well, I don't know what you mean by that. Do you mean how much hate I think it gets? I think that all post-Mega Man 4 games get hate everywhere, except for 9 and 10. KSCOV09 asked me my favorite game. Like I said, and again, spoilers, it's Mario Galaxy. Msreshiram asked me, how are you? I'm fine, thanks for asking. Projects? Oh, I have a ton of projects I am working on. A top 15 winter themes. I'm thinking of doing a top 22 electric Pokemon, top 23 fire Pokemon, at least that's what I think how many. Top 15 worst Pokemon, top 15 most hated characters in gaming, top unknown games I played of 2012, depending on how many I played this year, which might end up being 23. I also want to make, get ready everyone, a top 50 Mario RPG songs video, with either 6 or 7 songs per game, and yes, there will be songs from Sticker Star. Skyward Sword Water Temple opinion? As much as I hate the game, the normal part is kind of nice, but the basement floor is just downright freaky. Ever played World Ends With You, Xenoblade Chronicles, or Phoenix Wright, or BlazBlue? I haven't played either of them, but there's a chance I might get World Ends With You. But there's also a chance I might not. Question 5. Opinion on the games above? Please refer to my answer to that question. Number 6. Favorite and least favorite Astro Heat? I haven't played any Astro Heat game. Dizvii asked me 4 questions. Any particular reasons why Meta Knight is your avatar? I don't know why, I just think he's awesome. How do you like to relax after a hard day? I like to just kick back, lay on my bed, and watch videos on my laptop computer. What's the worst thing gamers do? Well, I did hear once someone who played Grand Theft Auto killed a cop. Stupid brat. Then again, that was probably like 8 years ago. Number 4. Most embarrassing moment in video games? Do you mean embarrassing for me or embarrassing for some of the characters in the game? If you mean for the characters, it would probably have to be the scene where Fox sees Crystal in Star Fox Adventures. And for my embarrassing moment, I know I shouldn't be admitting this, but believe it or not, I actually died against Very Naughty from Donkey Kong Country. But that's because I didn't know how to do the power jump. Jamiefodonnell asked me 10 questions. 1. Favorite Chugga Conroy moment? There are a lot of Chugga Conroy moments that I thought were really awesome, like the space bathroom part in his Super Paper Mario Let's Play, and in his Pokemon Emerald, the joke about Mr. Briny and Pico racing 500 laps around the table. I laughed so hard at those parts. Opinion on the website Rural34? Well, I think it's pretty disturbing. Do you like waffles, pancakes, French toast? Well, I don't like waffles, but I do like the Do You Like Waffles song, and I love pancakes. Heard of Vocaloid? If so, what's your favorite song? Well, I haven't really heard of it. Favorite JonTron moment? Well, actually, I haven't really seen JonTron's videos, but I have seen this Let's Player, whose name is John. He's from the Runaway Guys. Number 6. Favorite Egoraptor moment? Never heard of it. Favorite Game Grumps moment? Haven't watched them. Space Goops, Augie and the Cockroaches, or Zig and Sharko? Gosh, people sure are asking me a lot of questions about things I haven't even heard of. Ever heard of or played the Dizvii series? Another thing. Gosh, people sure are asking a lot of questions of games I haven't played. Question number 10. Ever heard of or played any of the Tauhu games? Please do the last answer because I won't repeat myself. ZPokemonfanA asked me 9 questions. 1. Are you happy with the current announced starters for the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game for the 3DS? Well, to be honest, I didn't even hear of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game 3DS. Number 2. What scared you the most in games? That boom! If you want another Zelda remake, which one would it be and why? This might not count as a remake, but I wish they released Oracle of Secrets. Favorite villain in games? This might spoil number 1 for a future countdown, but it would have to be Xemnas. Number 5. Favorite anime? Okay, everyone has asked me this question, and I will respond with the same answer. I haven't watched any except for the Pokemon anime, so I'd say the Pokemon anime. Favorite anime villain? Gosh, that's a very tough decision. I honestly can't decide. Do you own a 3DS? If yes, do you shake the system and or change the date to get play coins or just walk normally? Yes, I have a 3DS, but I don't even know about the play coins thing. Who's your favorite abridger? I haven't watched a lot of abridged series, but I've seen this one clip of Wind Waker abridged, where this big fish is like, "Get back here, you effing son of a guppy!" I saw that clip in young author Adam's commentary on Joshua, just so you don't have to go all through the trouble of finding it. It's on the final part of the commentary, when he skipped the ending to Joshua's end of part 11. Do you want a Hoenn remake? Yes! I really want one! Hoenn is my favorite Pokemon generation. I hope they decide to make it because I think they might not find a reason to since, 1, they already made a lot of Hoenn legendaries available in the Unova region in Black 2 and White 2, and 2, they also made all the gym leaders fightable in the World Tournament in Driftville, but I still want to see what it's like to go through Hoenn in the 5th generation. Sonictheenigmapootis, or however you spell his name. Favorite Game Boy Advance game? Without a doubt, Pokemon Emerald. Any thoughts on Animal Guy 001, aka Fawful's minion? I think he's an awesome countdown maker. I just hope that he's okay with me not liking Bowser's Inside Story though. I mean, I understand you respect people's opinions, but I'd really have to have guts to admit that I don't like Bowser's Inside Story in front of him, because he said it's his favorite game. What do I think of what Capcom is doing to some of their IPS like Mega Man and Resident Evil? Well, I'm not into Resident Evil, but with Mega Man, I heard he's still good. Well, from what I think as of now, I haven't played any of the recent ones, only Mega Man 1 and 2 and Mega Man X1 and X2.
Penis.
Or
bombs. Penis.
But not by much. Which one of the classic Sonic games is my favorite aside from Sonic Generations? Sonic the Hedgehog 3. While Sonic Adventure is my favorite Sonic game as of now, I don't think that it counts as a classic, so Sonic the Hedgehog 3 counts. If you had to pick between the Game Dude or Irate Gamer, who would you pick? Don't pick the AVGN card. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm going to pick the AVGN card because how else am I going to explain why I like Irate Gamer better? I would have picked Game Dude, but there are some fatal flaws with him. 1. Lying about the games, such as saying that one turtle keeps interrupting the game when he's clearly giving you advice in his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles review, as well as backing away from the elevator in Star Fox Assault, which was plain stupid, 2, because of his constant revisions and ignoring his fans. And finally, the clincher is Donald Duck Going Quack review, which I already explained. I mean, we asked him to make a new review. We didn't mean resort to ripping off the AVGN even further. Question 7. Are you looking forward to Wreck-It Ralph? How could I be looking forward to a movie I already saw? Anyways, I really looked forward to it, and when I saw it, I loved it. It was definitely one of the best movies of the year, and one of the best movies ever. The only disappointment was that they didn't put quite as much emphasis on the video game characters like Bowser and Sonic like I expected, but at least they put enough. And at least they still got screen time, and at least Q*bert got a good amount of emphasis. Do you want a toaster that toasts toast? Yes! You know what else I would like? Lots of spaghetti! Sniper X Loner asked me, what's my favorite video game? I already answered this twice. Favorite TV show? Don't flame at me, but it's SpongeBob. I think SpongeBob is awesome. Yes, that includes the newer ones. I don't think SpongeBob's gone bad. I just think that bad episodes have become more common. Best friends on the internet? Probably AgenticemanRS. Sam the Epic asked 5 questions. 1. Why are you hating on ponies? I know I said no pony questions, but I felt someone should know why. Because they have the world's most annoying voices, they're ugly, and people constantly shove them in my face. I understand people showing them in videos, but why must they keep showing 1,000 My Little Pony jokes every video? When it's Thanksgiving, in my country, it's the 4th Thursday of every November. Do I enjoy making videos? Yes, I do, but for some reason, I haven't enjoyed making my Let's Plays as much as I should. I should really script them more so not only do I keep myself from stuttering, but so I can get them done quicker and have more fun with them. If you had 100 people watching your videos, how many people do you think would like you? That depends on what kind of videos they're watching. If they're commentaries, probably 10. If they're countdowns, probably 80. Do you only play games on Nintendo systems? No. I do most of the time, but I also play PS2 and PSP. AgenticemanRS asked, where did the name Meta come from? From Meta Knight. What does one use but don't know that they are using it? Well, sometimes I'm watching videos on my phone. I used up gigabytes on my phone without knowing it, but now I know better if I'm doing it or not. Metroid or Zelda? Zelda. Favorite video game villain? Warning! Another spoiler! It's Xemnas. 5. Favorite creepypasta? It's actually a debate. Pokemon Lost Silver was the first one I saw, but Haunted Majora's Mask was awesome as well. How long have I played Metroid? I first played the original Metroid 7 years ago, but only for 10 minutes before I gave up because of the lack of direction. If you're talking about playing for long, it will be for 5 years because that's where I actually played Metroid until I beat the game. And after that, I got the later Metroid games, and I loved them. Richard Persimmans, what's better, Banjo-Kazooie or Banjo-Tooie? I'd have to say Banjo-Kazooie. Both of them are awesome, but I probably have to break the tie with Banjo-Kazooie because I thought that it was kind of nicer, well, when it comes to art style. I don't know why. There's just something about the game's art style I like more than Banjo-Tooie. Well, that and the memorability. BreezeMike43 asked what my favorite Sonic track is. As if I even need to say it, Solar's Phase 2. Demon Slayer Darkna asked, have I played any Persona games? No, and I don't plan on it. And in case some of you who know me from my original account, it's not because it was made by the same company who made Luminous Arc, the game that, spoilers, made fun of God, which I found that they're not the same people who made the games. But the reason I don't want Persona is because I saw footage of it, and it looks really boring. What type of levels do you like? Well, I love beach levels, laboratory levels, water levels as long as they're done right. And you may hate me for this, but I love ice levels too, despite the slipping. Thoughts on Rapidash? I think it's a neat Pokemon. RPG or platformer? RPG. Least favorite countdown artist? Well, there aren't really any countdown artists that I hate, but if you're referring to someone who has at least made one countdown, it would have to be Gubto89. Favorite water level? It would have to be Buoy Base Galaxy. Did you steal my Infernal Train? Is that a fad? I don't know about it, but I guess that's kind of funny, but I still don't know the answer. Some guy named Alex Young on Skype asked me, would you make video game strategy guides? Well, I don't think I'm good enough to make them because I don't really know everything about a certain game. Yeah, not even Yoshi's Island on the Game Boy Advance. I still don't know everything about it. Another person from Skype named Britt Pearson asked, what's your favorite video game song? Another spoiler, Guess' theme, from the original Black and White. What are my thoughts on the Wii U? I'm very hyped for it. Another Skype person named Zhejiangopterus, however you pronounce it, asked, how many cans can you crush? Well, I've had some practice jobs, and once I spent it crushing cans with a machine. I probably crushed about 30 of them. I didn't count. Another Skype person named Mr. Casual Player 2 asked, have you played the Crash Bandicoot games? If so, what's your favorite? I've played through some of them, and my favorite is Wrath of Cortex. Are you planning to buy the Wii U? You bet I am. I better save up my money. But I'm also really hyped to get some other games before I get the Wii U, but maybe I'll get those games and then I'll save up money. Favorite 2D and 3D Mario games? For 2D, do you mean side-scroller or just 2D in general? I think you mean side-scroller, so probably New Super Mario Bros. Wii. And if you're talking about modern, just refer to what I said about my favorite game. BigCMfan asked what the first console I ever owned and played was. That was the PS2, though the first game I ever played was Pac-Man on a collection of Nintendo games for the PS1. HBombCrew asked, what's your favorite video game? Okay, I'm going to repeat myself yet again. And again, spoilers, Super Mario Galaxy. What do I think of Lunar Star Story? I haven't played Lunar Star Story. James W. Clark is someone else from Skype. I don't know his username. He asked what I think of Rucka Rucka Alley. Again, I don't know what that is. And another person from Skype, I can't remember his name, he asked if I plan on recording any games like Team Fortress 2. I'm not into Team Fortress. Don't flame at me, fanboys! Someone on Skype named MeltingMan234 asked what I think of the Archie Sonic universe. Well, I haven't read the Archie comics, so I wouldn't know. Iron the Earthhog 333 is a user on YouTube, and that's his account name, and he asked, if I had 100,000 subscribers, how would react? I would be very, very, very surprised. Favorite Steam game to play on? I haven't played any. I want to play Skyrim, but my computer won't let me. Do I play any mods for Left 4 Dead 2? Haven't played. Favorite food? Pasta. Do you like Minecraft? Yes. For some reason, other people can play like this other version of Minecraft. Probably because I don't have an account, so I only have the demo version. What do I plan on getting for Christmas? Paper Mario Sticker Star, Mario Kart DS, Pokepark 1, Disney Pictures Brave, The Lorax, and several others. How would I describe Justin Bieber? I don't hate him, but I can't stand his music. Tails Doll's Minion is also from Skype, and he asked what I think of the Tails Doll. I heard that he's disturbing. Worst game I played aside from Skyward Sword? It would have to be a tie between Game & Watch Gallery 4 or Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Quartrguy asked, do I have a favorite robot master? I don't know, probably Airman. I don't know why, there's just something I love about his design. Fredthehuman asked, what flavor of pie do you like? Well, you probably didn't know this, but there's actually such a thing as brownie pie, and I love that. What's my opinion on furries? Well, I think they're weird how there are people who fall in love with animals. Testamentaxel asked, Bacon or Slim Jim? Is Bacon a character? I don't know who Slim Jim is, and I don't know if you're talking about Bacon as if a food or a character, but I'll say Bacon just in case. Favorite bad game? It would have to be Kirby's Pinball Land. I don't like the game, but at least it's better than most bad games I've played. If there's a place you want to travel, where do you go? Disney World! Do you know the Muffin Man? Yes, I know him. I heard he lives on Drury Lane. Favorite console if you had to pick one? The Wii. Superfuffle 9000 asked me, who's your favorite countdown maker? Josh Quartrguy, just as I said last year. Peanut3423 is awesome, but the only flaw is that he hates me more than he hates Jasper, just because I misinterpreted stuff. He also made an alternate account that he blocked me on the day he made it, which shows how completely stupid he can be. I like him as a countdown maker, but as a person, he can be such a brat! That is why I prefer Josh Quartrguy. Superfuffle 9000 or Fuffle's Minion. Which name is superior? Sorry to say this, Animal Guy 001, if you're watching this, but I'd say Superfuffle 9000. But I think Fuffle's Minion makes better countdowns. If there was a Sonic and My Little Pony crossover show, what would be my first reaction? Okay, maybe I should have been more specific on the pony questions. I could have made some exceptions. I don't know if I would like it or not. There has been a Sonic game I played and hated, that being Sonic 3D Blast, so I don't know. If there was a Nintendo vs. Capcom game, would I buy it? Probably. Is Earthbound an overrated game? I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know. And before you guys asked, no, it's not that underrated. It got more attention over the years. Do you hate nostalgia T-words? I understand someone liking a game for nostalgia, but why must they constantly whine about a game just because a character's eyes are 2 millimeters farther apart from where they used to be? Have I ever played Arc Rise Fantasia, Custom Robo, or iNinja? No. Where is Spy? I don't know. Biggest guilty pleasure? There would have to be some instances where I like certain games just because of how happy I was at the time I first played them. And finally, from Luca the Hedgehog 10 asked, if you saw a gun on the ground, what would you do with it? I would probably bury it far into the earth so that no one can find it. Well, that's all of the questions, and I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving.